Welcome back to the morning show here on WICR, Iona College Radio. You can listen to us live on Ustream.com and Live365.com by searching the keyword WICR. It's that simple. Go to Facebook, like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/WICR, Iona College Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Iona WICR and look at any previously recorded shows. Yes, previously recorded shows here from WICR, the basement in La Penta. Go to youtube.com/WICR Gales Radio, where you can catch Full Metal Attack, The Morning Show, Sports Vault, BS Report, Sports Central, Yappy Hour, the Mashup, just everything that's recorded here on WICR can be found on YouTube. Just search Gales Radio. WICR Gales Radio. It's that simple. On to the weather. Today, high of 31. Flurries becoming windier. Tonight, dropping down to 9. 9 degrees, Rob.
This weather, I don't get it whatsoever.
9 degrees. Clouds breaking, and it's a little frigid, obviously, at 9. And tomorrow, mostly sunny and cold, a high of 22. This weather report is brought to you by Iona College. Move the world. And you know what? Move the sun. I mean, it's getting cold. Move it closer. Get it hot. I can't do it anymore.
The spring needs to come already. I need my summer.
I mean,
I need to be in the water.
Was it like 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
I can't do it.
I can't with this.
I was walking here the other day, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I legitimately got mad at the wind. I was like, you need to stop.
Oh, I was aggravated yesterday with the snow. No, I'm driving yesterday. It was just terrible.
Well, that too. I was walking. The snow was getting in my eyes and face, and I'm like, no, I can't do it.
I hear you with the wind, though.
Some guy was looking at me. I was talking to myself like, wind, you gotta stop. And the guy was looking at me like, what is going on with this guy? There's something wrong. I can't do it. I can't do it, folks. It's too windy.
Yeah, it's just this weather in general. I don't know how you go from 50 degrees to 9 degrees. I really don't get it whatsoever. It's like it worries you. Like, what's going on in the world with us? I don't know.
Don't ask me. I don't know. We just figured out 715 planets. We can't figure out how to make the Earth a little bit warmer. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh man, this is great. This is fantastic. All right. Well, Rob, you want to do a little sports?
Yeah, I'll do the sports right now.
All right. Ready?
All right.
Here we go.
All right. So last night in sports news, the Portland Trailblazers completely wrecked the Brooklyn Nets 124-80. The Nets were held to 34 points in the first half. Darren Williams led all scorers with 12 points, and Joe Johnson had 11. The Knicks returned to action tonight versus the Miami Heat, and this Knicks team just has been looking terrible. And with worse news with Raymond Felton and his gun incident, this team just can't look any worse. Yesterday in spring training, the Yankees lost their first game 5-6, and 3 of their biggest free agents who were signed played, and their free agents just look great out there. And tonight, your New York hockey team's return.
Look at that. New York hockey back.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's go on to basketball. Damian Lillard on fire. Yeah. What's going on with this guy?
This guy was so overlooked last year in the draft.
So overlooked.
And he is just a tremendous player to this Portland Trailblazer team. You know, they're without their big center, their all-star center, LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's just great how he's been playing without him.
I mean, the Nets kind of held to 34 points in the first half. So they did something.
Yeah.
And then it just went completely out of whack.
And I watched the fourth quarter yesterday, and this Trailblazers team, even when they were up with like 3 minutes left, were just toying with the Nets, taking three-pointers, hitting them like crazy. It's just like they were out there just to embarrass this team completely.
I mean, obviously. And I'm not going to lie, I chuckled a little bit when you walked in with your Brooklyn Nets hat. I was like, how can you wear that?
I mean, I only wore it to match the outfit. I can't wear my Knicks hat. My Knicks team is an embarrassment this year.
Well, the Nets host the Nuggets tonight. If you want to watch that, just horrible
lose
action.
Again tonight.
Yeah, if you want to watch that train wreck. The Knicks return to action, as Rob said, tomorrow night against the Heat. The Knicks have a lot of ground to cover as they hope to keep their playoffs hopes alive, which I know is not going to happen.
Oh, no.
And I know it's going to happen, too. They're going to blame Mike Woodson because, it's the coach's fault. It's not the people out there taking the shots. It's the coach's fault.
It's not the owner's fault, James Dolan, who doesn't know how to put together a team. I'm sorry. I'm a huge Knicks fan, and I blame James Dolan for all these problems. And I will stand by Mike Woodson's side on this. That
I just don't like in general when coaches are blamed.
Yeah. They're not the ones who's performing on the court,
right? And they give you the, especially with the Tortorella from the Rangers. Oh, the players didn't like him. You're not supposed to like your coach. He's supposed to be out there to help you win, to give you strategies, and he's supposed to be a leader. He's not supposed to be your friend.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be that. He's supposed to be pushing you to go in to win that championship.
All right, if you go into Tortorella, he was a little outrageous.
Yeah,
he used to go crazy. He still does. Did you see he tried to go into the Flames locker room? That was bad. That guy's got some anger management issues. He's got to go see like Jack Nicholson or something. Get it? The movie Anger Management. Okay. Thank you, Rob.
How about last year when he benched Brad Richards, put him on like the fourth line?
Don't even get me started. That's why Richards is he's just doing so much better this year. Carmelo Anthony's having the best year as a Knick. Obviously no one else is doing anything. There's a real concern that he won't be back next year, and I don't blame him if he doesn't come back. Because
I don't blame him whatsoever.
He's not on the team he wants to be on right now. He wants to win. Everyone wants to win. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to like the Heat.
Yeah, go with LeBron James. Go win yourself a championship.
Yeah, have fun. Because once LeBron James is gone, the Heat's going to just stink.
Yeah.
So once LeBron and Wade and, Bosh has not been really producing, but once they're gone, they're not going to have anyone.
Yeah.
So except for Battier, and he's, 45, 50 years old?
LeBron, though, I'm not sure if he's coming back next year.
I know. That's another thing, too. That was surprising to hear, too. And another surprising fact that I heard a rumor that the Knicks are actually looking back at Jeremy Lin.
No.
I heard that.
Him and Carmelo did not work whatsoever when they played together in New York.
I don't want Jeremy Lin.
No, I don't.
Jeremy Lin got his shot. We made him famous, and then he said, "Okay, bye guys, thank you."
I'll take my huge contract.
Yeah, I'll take my huge contract with the team that benched me the entire season.
I don't get him whatsoever. He was like, "Oh, I signed that contract because I knew the Knicks would match up," and then when they didn't match up,
you signed the contract for the money.
Yeah, that's what you signed it for. You had no career before that, and the Knicks made you into something.
I commented on a Facebook post of his.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm sorry, Levi." I said, "Jeremy." I said, "Jeremy." I said, "I respect you as a player. You're a phenomenal player. You're a phenomenal person. But I think you shouldn't have left the Knicks only on principle."
Yeah.
If someone gives you a shot, even if they offer you $1 million less, this is just me, I would stay with the people who gave me that shot because there's opportunities for me to do well on that team and to progress, to get more money.
Yeah.
To be a star in New York. Because that's what Jeremy Lin was after a week of playing. He was a star in New York.
You're all over Times Square.
All over Times Square.
The thing I don't get with players is, even if you make $5 million a year, you make that your whole career. Do you really need these $20 million contracts? You're not going to be spending.
He didn't even need the contracts. You know how many sponsors were picking him up in New York? If he would have stayed in New York, the sponsors would have been over his contract. He would have been making millions of dollars. He wouldn't know what to do with the money.
And his jersey was a hot seller too. How much you're making profit off that in New York? You're in New York, LA. You're going to be making huge profits. And I don't know why he.
Best of luck to him.
Yeah.
I don't want him back on the Knicks. That's just me. On to hockey because the Yankees have just been making me mad. Everything. Before actually we go to hockey, obviously Raymond Felton brought up on gun charges.
Yeah, he showed up to practice yesterday. It's like, oh, I have my team behind me. It's like, come on, man. You're making your team look more embarrassing than what they already are. Bad enough, you've had people in New York who have been brought up on gun charges before, like Plaxico Burress. You've had people in the NBA.
Let's not get started on Plaxico Burress. That was the stupidest story I ever heard in my life.
Career year and then shoots himself. It's like,
yeah, hey, what end your career with a bang.
Yeah.
All right. So, New York hockey teams return back in action tonight. The Rangers will take on the Blackhawks. Oh, jeez. I am not ready for this matchup. It's going to be bad.
Yeah,
the Rangers are currently in second place in their division with 67 points. They trail the first place division leader by, I can't do math, but they have 83 points, the Penguins. The Devils will play the Blue Jackets. I'm picking Blue Jackets on that one. The Devils haven't been doing well.
Yeah, I'll take the Blue Jackets.
The hope to win as they remain 5 points behind for the last wild card spot behind Detroit. I'll say that again. Behind Detroit.
Yeah,
the Red Wings.
I'll take Detroit any day. I like Detroit. I'm sorry, they're a team that
I think
when they were in the West always torched the
I
divisions.
think the Knicks can play better hockey than the Devils can. The Islanders will play the Maple Leafs. Big relief for the Islanders as Tavares will not need surgery. Now, how do you not need surgery for an injured MCL? I heard it was torn. Now it's just injured.
It was a torn MCL and meniscus, and I'm like, how does he not have the surgery for this? And apparently, it's not that bad. But I really don't understand it whatsoever.
Well, he better be careful because if it's not that bad and he hurts even more, his career might be done.
Yeah.
Forget the rest of the season. His career might be over.
Yeah.
Trust me, the Islanders need Tavares.
Yeah, they definitely do.
If something happens to Okposo too, they're done.
Yeah.
Kenny be like, I can't live in this world anymore.
Ken's gonna hate on me right now. The Islanders have nothing to look forward to whatsoever this year.
Knowing Ken, he'd probably agree with you. I don't think he'd be sitting there going, "No, you're wrong." I think he'll actually say, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah,
because he thinks that they're in a rebuild year, but not to rag on Islanders fans. They've been in a rebuild year for years.
They've been rebuilding since I was a baby in
I mean,
1994.
the Rangers aren't the best team. I'm not going to say that they are. I feel like they get lucky a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They get lucky. Some goalies are off their game. They trip. They do this. They get lucky. I'm not going to sit here and say the Rangers are the most phenomenal team. They need to rebuild too. I'm a big fan of Brian Boyle, but he's so slow. I mean, he gets breakaway passes, and he just can't complete them because he can't get to the puck. He's just slow. He's a great defenseman. He's a great penalty killer.
Yeah.
But he cannot do breakaway plays. At all. At all. Lundqvist can skate faster with him in pads probably than he can.
Probably.
And that's what really makes me upset because this guy is is he a center or a wing? I think he's a center.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a center.
So you got to be moving.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's a big guy, and he produces. If it's not points wise, it's hits, it's penalty kills, it's team morale, it's defense overall.
Yeah.
He takes some pucks to the legs when he's blocking or to the ribs when he's blocking shots. He gets hurt.
Yeah.
That must stink.
Yeah, I don't. Once you get hit by that puck, I don't want to know what that even feels like. I've seen people get hit in the face, and it's just
Derek Dorsett, who's been out because of a broken leg. You know how he broke his leg?
A slap shot, right?
A slap shot. The puck broke his leg. Think about that for a second. The puck broke his leg. You know how fast that puck had to be going?
Has to be going
off
over
the stick. Has to be going at least 100. You hit it on the right side. Whatever side you hit on, if it's in a weak spot of the bone, it's gonna break it. But think about how fast a puck. It's not like what happened with Stamkos, where he got like trapped up and hit the goalpost. That really doesn't move that well, which they think they really need to fix. I mean, there's no real way of keeping that net there without dislodging it. But Stamkos broke his leg on the thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully Stamkos returns soon.
And Sidney Crosby earlier this year got hit by a slap shot by his own teammate, took it off the face.
I feel like he deserves it.
Well, he aggravates me. He's that kind of player.
He's the biggest flopper I've seen in like NHL.
How about he lays cheap hits at players, and then when he gets hit, he doesn't like it whatsoever.
Oh no, he gets so many. I mean, I feel like that's with every player. You do it to them, oh, it's fine, it's hockey.
Yeah.
They do it to you. What are you doing, man? That's not right. And then we'll get like. He'll push into the wall, be like, "Oh, it was a clean check," and then we'll put them into the wall. Oh, boarding, unsportsmanlike conduct. What?
And he's the only player I know that I'm sorry to say this. Only player I know that takes 6 months to heal from a concussion. But in football, I've seen 2 weeks though.
Mark Stahl took a while. I think he took a month and a half to recover from the first concussion he got. The second concussion, I think, was 3 weeks. But he never. I want to see him get a penalty for embellishment because that guy, he's like Brodeur. You skate past him, he'll fall and be like, "Oh, he tripped me." And no embellishment, no nothing. He just looks stupid out there.
Looking like the original Mighty Duck movies.
The Ducks. Thank you for bringing up the Ducks. The Ducks have been on fire too.
Yeah. Been really torching their division.
I think they need to switch back to the Mighty Ducks. They can't be Anaheim anymore. The Mighty Ducks.
87 points this year. They've been looking great.
Fantastic. I think it's going to be a really tough playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at Blackhawks, the Blackhawks, the The LA Kings at some point, maybe they might be a wild card at the end of the season. We don't know. But
you always have to be aware of that LA Kings
yeah,
team.
they come out of
surprise
nowhere
me every year.
The Islanders surprise me too because they are a comeback team. They do well in game. I don't know if they're a season type player, but like when you play them and you're up 3-1, the game ain't over.
Yeah,
The Islanders will come back and get you 5-3.
They fight.
Oh yeah, they do. But anyway, you got the Anaheim Ducks, Chicago Blackhawks. The LA Kings is not a force you should be dealing with either because they can come out of nowhere, like you said.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Penguins, obviously, and the Bruins, who actually just were defeated by the Sabres last night in overtime. It was literally like the first minutes of overtime. The Sabres beat them. Yes, the Sabres. But the Bruins too. I mean, these teams are phenomenal. The
Boston's always had a great team.
The first place teams in each division, you really need to take a close look at and just make sure if you're going to be against them in the playoffs, you better have a strategy.
Yeah.
You better not go in there blind and say, okay, we're going to play good hockey. No. You need to. If the Rangers go up against the Ducks, we're done.
Yeah,
We're done.
that's a scary matchup.
The Kings we might have a chance against, but the Ducks or the Blackhawks, nope. Sorry. Playoffs are over for us.
When you look in the West, though, with teams like St. Louis and San Jose, teams that are always high every year, those are teams, though, that I don't like when they come playoff teams.
San Jose is a choke artist.
In the first round.
San Jose is the biggest choke artist in NHL.
And St. Louis last one
They
round.
They do, and the Blues too.
Yeah.
They do so well, and then all of a sudden, first round playoffs. Who went in advance? Oh, the Winnipeg Jets. What? They've been doing pretty good too.
Yeah.
I have to say, each division is close. Not as close as the Metropolitan Division, but divisions are close. And it's going to be really interesting to see what the playoffs are this year.
Yeah.
I want to see the bracket. And they're going on till late. I mean, I think they're playing until like May. I think May is almost like April. The beginning of April, I think, is their last regular season game for the Rangers, at least. So think about playoffs and Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup's got to be in May.
Yeah.
That's late, only because of the Olympic break, but that's a long hockey.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hockey, and I'm really excited for it. If anyone knows me from Full Metal Attack, I talk about hockey all the time. Probably have a hockey segment later tonight. You can listen to me live, Full Metal Attack here with Nick Grippo, 6:30, 7:30, and Big Shot Rob tomorrow at 2 p.m.?
Yes, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. That's, of course, with Jersey Joe. Well, thanks all for stopping in and listening to us. This is the WICR Morning Show with me, Pete Considori, and producer Rob Boncardo. We'd like to thank Rob for stopping in and producing the show. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9.